Hello guys, welcome to Java IDE. In this video we are going to talk about working with Java editors. So basically once you are comfortable with the Notepad, so for example we are writing as of now whatever the code in the Notepad. So first editor of the Java is Notepad. Okay, so this is the Notepad. Okay, and the second editor, like if you are writing a code on the Notepad, so it's a very difficult to go forward and do the compiles and runs. It's very difficult. So write a code in one Notepad files, then go to the particular location, again open the CMD, then write the Java command like java c class name.java, then it will compile, then you can run it like Java with class name. So little bit you can think like it's a difficult to go with the working with the Notepad. Same thing if you go with the we have another more editors of the Java is Notepad++. So if you think about Notepad++, so this is something advanced compared to the Notepad. So here you can get some boilerplate code which is class or main methods, and also whenever you work with the Notepad++, you have to configure your Notepad++ applications for the compile and run. So if I show you here, if you go to my system, so I have a one Notepad++. Notepad++, no, I don't have, I think. So it's a uninstall, I think. Okay. Okay, fine, but I will show you here. Like if you go to the Googles and you can search Notepad++ download. So we can go the editor with this Notepad++. So this is something smarter than whatever the you have a Notepad. So it's better than the Notepad, but people are not going with the Notepad because in the industry, in the real time, if you do the code with the Notepad++, that is not a suitable, and you can't do the fast of the coding. So that is also having some issue. Okay, so people are not going with the Notepad++. Okay, third editors we have if you go with the Edit+. Yeah, Edit+. So Edit+ is a one of the software which is also smarter than Notepad++. Okay, so here you can see Edit++. I will search Edit+. So I don't have, because it's not required for me, because we can go with some other tools. Edit++. So this is the another software. Through that also you can run and compile your Java code. Okay, so this is the freely available, so you can just download and you can use the trial mode. Okay, so this is the another software which is Edit++. So this is the smarter than Notepad or Notepad++, and here we have to configure for the compile and runs, and then you can proceed with the code. It will look like that. If you see, it will look like that. It's look like that. Okay, so here you can maintain your hierarchy and you can do the coding, but this is also not a reliable, this is also not a scalable, this is also not a integratable. Okay, so you can't integrate. Okay, you can't it's not easy to compile and run the code through that also. So this is also a difficult, but if you go with something which is NetBeans, so next software is NetBeans. So here you can see, just I am introducing these are the software which is capable to run or compile or write a Java code. Okay, So if you aware about it, then definitely you have some confidence, like okay, these are the options we have available and we can go with this. Okay, so for that I'm introducing those software. The fourth software is NetBeans. So in the market, in I think 2016 or 17, NetBeans is very popular. Okay, NetBeans. NetBeans. So if you go with the NetBeans, let's go and see. So NetBeans is one of the intelligent software which is automatically run and compile your code. Okay, you don't want to compile it, you just want to run and you can see the output. Okay, so that much intelligence having a NetBeans. So let's go and see the how NetBeans will look like. So this is the NetBeans IDE. You can see IDE. So IDE full form is like integrated development environment. So that is called IDE. So NetBeans called a IDE. So here you can see welcome to the NetBeans IDE. So if you want to do work with this, you have to download this NetBeans. So you can just click on download, and here if you click, it will download it and you can start doing work with this also. So this is something better than Notepad, Notepad++, Edit++. This is the better than that. Okay, and like so many companies are working with the NetBeans also, and it's a real-time IDE, which is integrated development environment IDE. Okay. Next, if you go with the now, okay, so in the market, the so popular IDE is what? Just guess about it. So I hope you know about it, and that is called Eclipse. That is called Eclipse. Eclipse is not a those Eclipse. It's a something Eclipse like a IDE, which is able to write a code and compiles and do the debugging each and everything you can do. And this is the real-time IDE which is used in the industry. So all those industry are using, like maximum we can say like 50% industry you can say, or more than 50% industry are using this Eclipse IDE for the run and compile the code. Okay, if you go with the something called IDE called IntelliJ, 6 means IntelliJ. Just go to the IntelliJ. IntelliJ. So this is the IntelliJ IDE, and so many companies are doing work with this IntelliJ IDE also. So this is also a very popular IDE. Okay, idea. IntelliJ idea. So you can see so many people are using this IDE for the run and compile. So this is also a very important IDE to do the work with the Java. So if you are a Java developer, definitely you have to know about IntelliJ idea. Okay, the next one is, which is very popular in the market. So if you go and discuss about it, so almost like I have almost 3+ year experience, and whenever I do the work, the peoples are saying like go with STS. So STS is a IDE which is very popular in the market right now. Okay, so in the market everybody are try to use STS, Spring Tool Suite. The full form of this is Spring Tool Suite. Okay, Spring Tool Suite. So this is the STS. So STS is nothing but it's developed top of the Eclipse. So you can see these are the Eclipse only, but having some extra features in the STS. Okay, So nowadays the every company, or if you go with the any company, like whatever the companies available in the market in the India or US, the everybody peoples are right now prefer the STS ID, which is ID means, so all those are the ID only, but these are the intelligent. If you talk about this one, so those are the intelligent, and those are called IDE. IDE. IDE means integrated development environment. Okay. So these are the tools, these are the Java editors are available in the market as of now, and peoples are prefer maybe the Eclipse or maybe the STS, and IntelliJ also you can prefer, but some like peoples are not understood like how to do work with the IntelliJ, and having a some like very less amount of the company are using this. Okay, maximum company are using the STS or Eclipse. So I am going to prefer maybe the STS or Eclipse. You can download and you can start working with this one. For example, if my system, you can see this is the STS. If you see here, you can see the STS. So if I do work with all those software, that is not possible, and that is not a useful also. Okay, so just for the awareness purpose I have noted, and I have tell you like what is the use of this, how popular it is, and how you can go with this. Okay, but I will suggest you, I will recommend you guys, please go with the STS and try to understand like how STS will be work. Okay, so how you can download the STS? So you can go to the Google's, and simply what you can do is you can type STS tool installers, or you can say STS download. Once you click on that, here you can see how to download STS, and you can do the Spring Tool 4.11.0 release. So this is the latest version of the STS, you can see here, and then you can go down. Okay, Spring Tool Suite.io. This is the GitHub, which is open source, so you can go and you can participate here also. Okay, now we have to download, so click on spring.io.tools. So you can go to this website, and here you can see like Spring Tools 4 is released, and Spring Tools 4 is the next generation of the Spring tooling for your favoritized coding environment, largely rebuilt from the scratch. It provides world-class support for developing Spring based enterprise. So basically it's support for the Spring. So right now in the market, everyone using the Spring Boot enterprise application, where you prefer the Eclipse. So Visual Studio Code. Okay, one more things I missed it. So in the VS Code also a popular in the market. Okay, so if you go with the VS Code, so this is also a very popular, but basically people are using VS Code for the UI. UI means writing HTML, CSS code. The peoples who are a Java developer or backend developer, they are not try to prefer the VS Code, but the UI peoples will definitely try with the VS Code ID. Okay, so if you are a backend developer, then you can go with the STS. If you want to prefer like writing a code for the React, writing a code for the Angular, then it's a better to go with the VS Code. Okay, that is very important. Now let's go, and here you can see Spring Tools 4 for the Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So you can download this one. Otherwise, if you don't want, you can go Spring Tools 4 for the Eclipse. So we can go with the Eclipse, and here you can see Spring Tools 4 for the Theta. So Theta I don't want. Okay, so we can go with this one, Spring Tools Suite for the Eclipse. Okay, and this is the open source. So here you can see like Linux, Mac or Windows. So you can click on the Windows. If you are using the Mac, you can click on Mac, and here you can download the jar. So once you click enter, the jar will be downloaded. Once jar is downloaded, you don't want to do anything, just open your IDE and start working with this one. Okay, so you have to wait for some times. Okay, so meanwhile here like peoples are preferring, if you are a Java developer, go with the STS Java developer, or Java code, go with the STS. If you have to develop like React or Angular or UI code, something UI code, or you want to become UI developer, so almostly peoples are preferring this one. But you can use for the Java code also VS Code. Okay, for example, you want to write a code for the like Java, so you can go with the VS Code also, no issue. You can write a code in the VS Code also, no issue, I am saying. Okay, so that is also very very important. So you have to understood like VS Code will be do everything, but I am just giving my review, like people's how are it's going and exploring the things. Okay, so once it is download, if you go here, it's taking like 525 MB, so it's a big jar. Okay, so this is the tools which is available in the market. So I am going with the STS, and I will explain like how you can run, compile the code. But in the market, those are the very very important tools, you have to know about it. And you can, if you want to become a Java developer, so just you have to aware about Eclipse or STS. So if you don't know Eclipse also, you can go with the STS and you can write a code and you can enjoy it. Okay, okay guys, so I think it's downloaded. Go to here, you can see. So once you go to those particular locations in the download folder, is downloaded. So just click on jar. Once you click on the jar, let's see, it's executable jar file. I will teach you like what is jar and how you are creating a jar, everything. So once you click on the jar, it will give you a release file. So once you open this release, you can see like here it's searching for the Java. Once it is able to find out the Java, but make sure while using a STS or any ID like IntelliJ ID, STS ID, Eclipse ID, VS Code ID, before that make sure in your system Java is installed. Then only you can download and install the what? STS. So this is the things you can see, and it's completing. So once it is complete, we can able to see one file which is able to start, and through that we can see. Okay, meanwhile you can go to the CMD and let's check Java is installed or not. If Java is not installed in your system, STS will give you a error and you are not able to install and open the STS. Okay, so I have seen so many people are facing those issues and they are not able to resolve it also. So make sure in your system Java is installed, then only you can go and install the STS or jar files, and then you can start working with this. Okay, Java C. Okay, you can write Java hyphen version. Okay, through that you can see the Java version. So our latest Java version is 7.0.6, which is 2020-17. I have updated. Okay, yeah, that's it. If you have a Java, then you can go further and you can proceed with this. So STS is just I have downloaded the jar and I have extracted, and then after I have opened the executable file. Here you can see, okay, in the STS only. Once it is complete, you can see one file here which is able to open and able to use for that. So here you can see, once it is complete, you get a Spring Tool Suite 4.exe file. So exe file means executable file, and this file having a capability to open and write a code inside this. Okay, so your installation is completed. Okay, you don't want to install any other things, just you need Java. It's a prerequisite. And then after you can click a Spring Tool Suite. So click on that. Once you click a Spring Tool Suite 4.exe, it's open. It's saying a Spring Boot Tool Suite 4 VMware. So it's opening now, and now we can write our project. We can write and compile and run the code. Okay, so let's see. But guys, don't forget to use the IDE, because if you know the IDE in the industry, you can do your work fast. Okay, and easily you can grab each and everything. So understanding a tools, understanding the how we are using the tools. So tools will simplify our work basically. You don't want to use too much time. You don't want to like write so many codes. So it will automatically generate some boilerplate code and you can start working with this. Okay, so this is open. So what I'm doing is, like in the document it's saying, but I don't want to do anything. Let's open. Let's open. So once you click it, it's again it's asking for me like what is the location you want to give to save your particular whatever the you code retains, those where we can save it. So those location I have provided, and in that location whatever I project. So once you open the STS, it will look like that. Okay, it will look like that. Now what you have to do, if you are able to see this screen, that is fine. If you are not able to see this screen, that is also fine. Okay, so what you have to do is click on file, go to the new and create a Java project. Otherwise you can see here create Java project. So if you are able to see create Java project, you can click on this and you can create a project. Otherwise go to the file, new and create Java project. Once you click on the create Java project, it will ask the project name. So you can give the like Java is SM. So this is the project name. I am using the Java 17, and this is the location where my like whatever the project I have created, those are stored. Here you can configure the jar, otherwise it will take the default jars and nothing. Here you don't want to enter anything, just you have to give the project name. Next, if you click next, it will say like, okay, do you want src file? I will say yes, I want src file. So once you click on the like finish button, so once you click finish, so your project will be created. So it will look like that. Okay, so you can open this. Here you can see the some icons. So open this one. Here you can see your Java library, which is JRE and which is using the 17. Okay, then after open your src. In src having a one default file, so you don't want those files, right? So what you can do is you can click on that, right click, and you can delete those files simply, because this is the unwanted files and you don't want. Now click here, and what you have to write is you have to right click here. Once you right click, you can go to the new and after new you can see here class, create a class. So once you click on the class, here it will ask like what is the, like this is the whatever the package name, like project name you have given. Then after src, then he asking like any package name do you want to give. So package name is something like you have to separate some folders, so you can write com.app. This is the my package name. It will ask this is the class name, so here you have to give the class name. So I will give the class name is like test, I'm testing. So you can give a student, you can give teachers, like that. And here you have a option called generate a public static void main. So if you click this one, it's automatically generated, okay, main method also. Okay, so you can see test.java is created, okay. And while creating, he generated the boilerplate code. Boilerplate code means what? Boilerplate code means what? You can see here. So what you have to do is Control, Shift and plus. If you enter minus, it will duplicate it. Okay, and if you do Control minus, then it will size will be reduced, and if you do the Control plus, then size will be increased. So like that you can adjust your own. So here you can see like we have created test.java file, which is we are creating in the Notepad. Same thing like that we have created, and the class name is like public. This is the package. So package com.app semicolon. Here you can see public, which is access modifier, which is a one keyword, package is a keyword, class is a keyword. So here if I see like whatever the keyword is there, the color of this keyword is same. Void, static, public, class, public, package, those keywords are the same color. Whatever the things you have given as a identifier, which is a black colors, you can see com.app, test, main, string, args, like that. Okay, now if you want to print something, for example I want to print hello world. Okay, so what I have to do is I have a shortcut sout, S-O-U-T. So once I enter sysout or sout, you can see one option called system.out.println. So you can select this one and automatically it will generate it for you. Okay, if you want to generate a main method, for example, if you want to generate a main method, for example I am very senior developers and I am writing code, so I will not write public static void main, I will just write main, I will write main, like that. So I will go inside this class, I will write main and control space. Once I enter the control space, once I enter the control space, again I will hit the enter, it will generate it. Okay, Control Shift F, so it will format it. I want to print something, so sout, sysout, so I will write sysout, it will generate for me. So once I write the sysout, here you can see sysout, sysout, control space, it will generate. Now you can write your hello world, okay, just save it, Control S, you can type Control S, it will save. And now if you want to run, so you have a here some option like run as, run last tools, like that option you can get. So if you want to run this code, what you can do is you can click somewhere like that and you can right click. Once you right click, you can see the run as Java application. So you can run as a Java application and you can see the output. So this is the output. So this is the one way to run the application. If you want to run again, you can just click here, run test. So once you click here, it will run. So that much easy is there. You don't want to go to the save the files and write something and again go to the command line on those locations and open the command line, write a command for that like javac. But for the interview purpose, you have to remember it, like how to compile and how to run the Java program with the Notepad, which is javac classname.java. But if you go with the IDE, you don't want to aware about it. But as a basic level, as a freshers, might be interviewer will ask you like how we are doing compile and run the Java program. Okay, so those things you have to remember it, but I have introduced the IDE so that you can become a mature, you can write a more code, and you can easily write each and anything. I hope you understood what is the use of IDE and how we can use it. And every time, for example, if you want to create one more class, for example, you have to check like number is even or odd. So you can, I will give you some shortcut. Okay, so you can remember it. Later I will give, not now. If you want to create one more class, so you can just click on this package com.f and control N. Once you create control N, you can see this select wizard option. Here you can type class. Once you type class and hit the enter, you can come to this page. Here you can give like even number check. Okay, even number check, and once you enter it, one class is created. Now for example, if you want, so once you click here, like this is the location where you can click, double click, it will maximize. If you again click double, it will minimize. Now you have to create the main method, so create a main method. So main control space or enter. So main method is created. Now I have to declare one variables, so int, something, I will take any numbers, so int a equal to 12, and I want to check this number is even or not. So for that I have to write the control statement, which is if else switch. So we are going to learn those things in the upcoming videos. So you can write if whatever the number we have, which is a, modulo division with the 2 is equal to 0, then print. So I can write s out, yes is out, control space, even number. Okay, if it is not, I can go with the else condition. So I will explain those things one by one. And s out. Okay, and here you can choose last option, and enter, you can say odd number. So this is something code which is basic. We can go and discuss as a logical questions, everything, and you can just click here, run as a Java application, and okay, it will print even numbers. If you give here like 11, so 11 is odd numbers, again save it, again run it, you can see odd numbers. So I hope you understood like how to do the work with the particular IDE, and later we can discuss more about it. Okay, thank you so much for this video. We can discuss control statement in the upcoming video.